Yep.
Have you ever had a Roomba? Do you have a Roomba?
Nope. Don't believe in them?
You don't believe in them?
No, I don't believe in them.
They're real. They exist.
I don't know about that. I think everyone's been duped into thinking they have Roombas when they don't.
It's just a tiny creature in there that walks around with a little costume on.
He's just in there like with a tiny vacuum.
Yeah. It's still like an Auric XL. Well, I guess Auric Mini. Yeah.
He's like looking out the top window like a little turret.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't believe in them. Okay. This week on the Retrograde podcast.
It's just
No helmet.
Oh, and there's chocolate in the city. I'm like, okay.
I'm a Whoopi Doo. Oh, what's happening?
Hang on. Hang on.
You ever put this coat on before? Yeah. New to coats? What is happening?
Okay, Alex. When you think about premium 80s and 90s comedy, what name comes to mind?
Premium 80s and 90s comedy. I'm John Hughes.
Wrong! Whoopi Goldberg! So it's time for Whoopi Do or Whoopi Don't.
You in danger, girl.
Okay.
This is just like last week with the Star Wars trivia game. I'm going to name a bunch of facts, real or fake, about our very favorite comedian, Whoopi Goldberg.
She is my favorite comedian. How'd you know?
I know.
Whoopi do, Whoopi don't.
Whoopi do or Whoopi don't. It's just like Jeopardy as well. If you respond with something either than Whoopi do or Whoopi don't, you're out. Yeah.
Okay.
And this week the stakes are higher.
Than last week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Do I have to leave?
Yeah. You have to leave your own home. I'm going to take it over. I'll become your children's dad now.
Whoopi don't.
No, Whoopi, please don't. I really kind of wanted to buy at least like a mock microphone that like the guy from, what was it? Match Game or the old Family Feud, where it was like
the
this
long. Yes.
Yeah.
With the little tip.
Yeah, this is the best I could do. And the only way you can hold it is like just a few fingers.
Yeah.
It's so dainty.
You gotta.
I'm also going to just in post turn your mic down if you're not speaking into the whisk. So. All right.
Please speak into the whisk. Whoopi don't.
All right. First question. On Whoopi do or Whoopi don't? They were trying to make a Sister Act 3 in 1995 with a John McClane crossover, but the studio thought it sounded too violent and cut it.
Whoopi don't.
That is correct.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Provided her voice for a Garmin GPS. Whoopi do or Whoopi don't?
I'm gonna say Whoopi do.
False.
These machines don't lie.
Was briefly the face of an international line of gourmet frozen pierogies called Whoopi Rogies.
Whoopi don't.
That is correct.
No, sir, let's talk about your mama, who's so dumb she got hit by a parked car. Thank you.
Doing good so far.
Yeah. 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Taught a 2-week online class called The Art of the Side-Eye during lockdown.
Can I answer a follow-up question?
No.
Whoopi do.
No. Fake.
Ah!
Made it up.
That's nice.
All right, 2 for 2.
I should have known. It didn't sound real, but I was like, it's stupid enough to be.
Oh, absolutely. No, that actually totally makes sense. Okay. Provided the voice of Clippy in a scrap 1999 reboot of Microsoft Office.
Whoopi don't.
Whoopi don't. That's correct. That is correct. All right. We only have a couple more. starred in an unreleased PS1 game called Whoopi's Wild Ride, where she drove a talking taxi through time?
Oh my goodness. Whoopi, don't.
Yes, correct. All right. One more. Maybe two more. She wrote a book called Book. Whoopie do or whoopie don't. She wrote a book called Book.
Whoopi do.
Yeah, that is correct.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness,
dude. I gave you all false ones to start just to throw that in there because it's
that stupid.
It's that stupid. A book called Book. Okay. One more. She is an EGOT winner. And for those at home, that means...
Whoopi do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an Emma, a grandma, an Oscar.
An Emma?
And an Anthony.
An Emma, a grandma,
Yes.
a obligatory,
Yes.
and a Tony Danza.
Yep. That's right! You won. I am proud of
I'm a Whoopi do.
I'm going to keep this on, I think. I love how tight and small it is. I got this from Goodwill a long time ago. I think they actually just took it off of a Teddy Ruxpin. It's so...
Wow.
Like, I'm surprised I haven't Fat Man Little coated it.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, I might actually do it today.
Fat guy in a little coat.
Fat guy in a little... I almost didn't give you any real ones for that game. I was just like, dude, she didn't do any of this stuff. But that all kind of brought up something when I was thinking about Whoopi Goldberg and the things that she's done. Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. It made me think about The Flying Nun, which I love. I love that show. I haven't seen a lot of it, but like I really do like it. It's not like an irony thing.
I forgot to rewatch it, but
Okay.
I remember watching it as a kid.
Oh, okay.
And just thinking it was a regular show.
Yeah!
But it's not.
It's not regular.
No.
By any means.
No.
Okay, so the lore is she was an ex-surfer girl. She shows up to this convent. She's quote unquote 90 pounds soaking wet, whatever that means. I mean,
Tiny.
Yeah, I guess so. And she
Little Sally Field.
The little tiny,
Yeah.
almost microscopic Sally Field.
Uh-huh.
And her hat is shaped just right. So all these elements coming together, the surfing, the 90
tininess.
pounds, the tininess.
The 90... whoa! The 90
Whoa.
poundiness.
Uh-oh. And the shape of her hat allows her to fly. The aerodynamics are perfect.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It checks out.
It does. But after she starts flying in an episode, it's all flying from then on out. She's not on the ground anymore.
Just constantly like...
Yeah. It's so weird.
Does she sleep flying? Or...
I think that she could.
Okay.
They generally don't show the sleeping on shows. You show the reading, you do the reading on TV.
Reading periodicals?
Yeah.
You read a book.
You read a book on TV. Well, why am I watching it?
It's on TV?
Not yet. Mrs. Doubtfire.
I need to let you know that Jonathan let me know over the weekend that he does not like people who do quotes.
What does that mean?
I don't know. We were at...
He doesn't like people that do quotes?
He's like, you know what? Like, people that just do quotes of things, it's not my... I don't care for it. It's not my sense of humor.
He needs to be entirely original.
And I was just like, oh, because you're on a higher plane than us.
Yeah.
It's just... Because I asked him if he watched the podcast, and I actually can't remember what he said, but he was like, I just don't like quotes. I'm like, it's not a quote show.
It could be, but it's not.
We don't do that much quoting.
We just quoted, but
We did.
still.
Well, that's why I brought it up. 'Cause
It's fine.
it's not like we live off of quotes.
We don't live off quotes.
Because I will say, you meet some people,
Oh, they live off
and
quotes.
they can't speak in any other way other than everything they communicate is through a quote of something else.
Yeah.
And
A meme.
yeah.
Yeah. Or something from a show or a movie, whatever.
Right. I don't think we do that.
No.
What do you guys think?
They haven't seen enough
full
of
of-
us yet.
Garbanzo beans.
We quote Seinfeld a whole lot more off the podcast, I think.
Right. And you know, that's not a quote. I wasn't quoting "We're full of garbanzo beans" from something else. That just came to me.
Yeah. Oh, you might be a genius.
It's been up for debate
I haven't debated
in my own mind.
Okay. I want to talk about something important. And a lot of people would agree with this
Minecraft
viewpoint.
movie?
Actually, I do want to talk about that too, because I haven't seen it.
I
you know,
haven't either.
oh, you haven't? You haven't seen that yet?
I haven't seen it. Will not see it.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about why maybe we should see it.
Okay.
Sally Field in Mrs. Doubtfire was
Devastating.
She was not a bad person.
She wasn't?
No. Can you imagine living with Robin Williams the way that he was and throwing the party he did after everything that he totally definitely did before the movie started and not wanting to divorce him? And then meeting a hot Pierce Brosnan and, you know, wanting to have a thing there. And he's stable and nice and sweet. He's even nice to deadbeat Robin Williams.
Why was he a deadbeat? I feel like the last time I watched last time I watched Mrs. Doubtfire as an adult, having previously seen it as a kid, I'm like, this movie's really upsetting.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Robin Williams, not Sally Field. Sorry.
I'm not saying I feel bad for Sally Field, but I'm saying that she didn't do anything wrong.
She's just like, you're a man-child and you do cartoon voices, and that's good enough for me to leave you.
I think there was stuff they didn't show us. I think
there was stuff they didn't show us.
Yeah, there was like a dark cut.
You're just supposed to infer
Yes.
that Robin Williams has done way more than just be really funny.
Yes.
That was his only crime.
Being funny?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what the name of the crime is, but I'm sure it is a real crime. Dressing up as some old woman and saying you're that old woman and making up a character and then being inside of a house that you're not technically supposed to be in.
That's not a crime. That's called love.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the theme of the movie was about. He was a father willing to do anything for his kids, including becoming an old woman. And, sweeping like this, singing into the broom. Exactly. Would you do that for your kids? I don't think so.
No, I think I'd go to jail. I think I would go to jail. I can text a lawyer right now.
That'll be $500.
I'll text it from a burner phone and see if he just responds anyway.
He's like, I don't recognize this number, but I have to respond legally as a lawyer.
It's part of the code.
He's like, would a Mrs. Doubtfire situation get me into trouble if I dressed up as an old lady and went to visit my kids? No.
I think they actually legally, it's a legal term, they call it doubtfiring. So you really think that Robin Williams is the hero of Mrs. Doubtfire?
That's a strong word. He is the
He did nothing wrong.
protagonist. He's the protag.
He tries to kill Pierce Brosnan.
He's the antagonist.
Yeah. Doesn't mean Robin Williams is supposed to try to kill him.
We're watching the movie through the eyes of Robin Williams. See aforementioned Mrs. Doubtfire.
I don't care. He knew he was allergic to something. He put it in the food.
I don't remember that part.
And he chokes out at the end. He might even save him. I forget. I haven't seen it in maybe.
What's it?
Yeah, he's like allergic to peppers or something. He's
Once again, he was willing to do anything for his kids, including killing James Bond.
The only person that could kill James Bond was Robin Williams in a woman's suit. Okay, I'm going to say something.
There was a drive-by fruiting.
I don't like Robin Williams movies that much.
Hook.
Good. Mrs. Doubtfire? Good. I love it as a movie.
2 whoopie doos.
2 whoopie doos.
Uh-huh.
Now for the whoopie don'ts.
Throw me a whoopie don't.
Throw
me a Robin whoopie don't.
Help me. Name one. I've seen most of them. I need help. Oh, I like the creepy one where he was the photo guy. A 1 hour photo or 3 hour.
1 hour photo?
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
It's good. It's good. It's good drama. It's suspense, thriller.
Jumanji.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. Okay, so we have three good ones. 4 good ones.
I know it's not called this. What's the one with him and Matt Damon?
Oh, Good Will Hunting. Yeah, I don't need it.
Don't need it?
I don't need it. It's not for me. It's really just whenever he gets into the persona, I guess he doesn't do that in Good Will Hunting.
No, he doesn't.
I'm just assuming, but it's just
Aladdin.
I don't know if that counts because he's not doing that really.
Sure he is.
He's blue. He can do it. He's a big, clear blue
so it's a
guy.
Whoopi do.
Okay. Dang it.
That's my point.
Dang it, dude. There's something I know that I don't like about some of the movies that he makes.
What's the one where he's a doctor?
Oh, Patch Adams?
Scratch Adams.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
There's a lot I haven't seen. I haven't seen Toys either.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You haven't seen Toys.
Yeah.
That movie is... It's not a great movie on certain levels because there's some really weird parts that are just... But you should see it because it's completely insane.
Okay.
And I think you actually would like it.
Probably. Did I just find out that I don't dislike Robin Williams movies?
I think you did.
But
I was convinced. You just disproved your own point.
We released something this week, didn't we?
Released something. I made something. You made it. Yeah, I drew something. For you guys out there.
Yes.
I did it for you. I didn't do it for me.
Maybe a little bit. It was fun.
Yeah,
you had fun doing it.
I did have fun.
What's special about this one is the limited edition is an unprecedented matchup.
Yeah, we just went weird. I went weird because I was like, I just want to do something weird. So, bunch of Koroks, and they're all named Seinfeld characters.
Yeah.
There it is.
We had just filmed like last
the
last episode, and it was fresh on our minds.
Seinfeld was fresh.
Yeah.
It's always fresh on my mind. But
Same.
How this came about was I was originally thinking about doing individual prints of different Korok combinations. Yeah. And I was thinking of just naming them because they don't have any names. I was like, how many can keep these straight? Like if I have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking like, oh, let's call this one Joe or Steve or Jerry. I was like, Jerry. Huh. Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah.
George Costanza? I was like, okay, you know what? So I had like a grid of them, and I just was putting names on top. I'm like, this is actually kind of funny and cool.
It's really cool.
So
I love it.
I popped Seinfeld names on top of them.
I mean, one of my favorite parts is that like the actual like Korok characters fit the names.
Oh yeah, I tried to make sure I was lining those up so that it worked.
Yeah, I'm so glad we got Banya in there.
Oh, you got to love Banya.
Soup's not a meal. Really? Oh, actually, what's your take on that? Is soup a meal?
Oh, it can be. Yes,
it can be. If you put some crackers in there.
I don't put crackers in my soup.
Okay, well, I do.
So I'm with Jerry.
Okay,
I am wholeheartedly with Jerry.
Yeah, soup is a meal.
Soup's a meal. When have you eaten a bowl of soup and be like, well, now I need a steak dinner?
So if you want to buy the print, it's on familytreedesign.net.
Yeah, right. There's also a version, if you're not into the Seinfeld mashup, we got a regular one too without names, just Koroks.
And there's a lot of other things there too that you need to check out if you haven't checked out yet.
Yeah.
If you like the things that we talk about, if you like the Star Wars, if you like the Zelda, if you like the Mario, if you like the Wes Anderson, if you like vintage retro design, you're gonna love it. Check it out.
Oh, and can you please call me T-Bone?
T-Bone!
There's a T-Bone.
I'm gonna go with Coco. So, we had texted about something like a week and a half ago, and I was trying to do some deep research to get evidence, information, witnesses, eyewitnesses.
You're collecting
the
data.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I got none of that. It just wasn't able to happen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The mustache competition.
Oh! Yeah.
I talked to a number of the parties involved. I reached out to Andrew to see if he could
corroborate.
Yeah, he corroborated. I mean, I've got plenty of corroboration. Okay. I mean, I was still kind of there for it. Mm-hmm. I saw it unfold.
Oh yeah,
but
you were probably what
13?
Okay,
maybe.
Well, because actually, You might have been even younger. We're 9 years apart, right?
Yeah.
I was 21, 22. Okay, maybe you were 13, possibly. If I was 22.
That feels right. I remember I was starting to get a mustache. So I was like, interesting.
A little peachy.
Yeah. I think we even maybe talked about putting me in it, but that would have just been a blowout. Yeah. It's only 50% thicker now than it was 20 years ago. Okay. So,
Right.
I wasn't able to get the pictures. He couldn't find a hard drive.
I think you'd need to do a little rewinding for the viewers at home.
Yes. No, I want you to rewind it because you were in it. You were a contestant.
I was in it to win it.
Yeah. And did you?
Yes.
You didn't. You didn't win it.
Really?
Are you sure?
I am positive.
You are positive you won it because
I won by the votes. So here. Okay, let's go back.
All right.
We had a mustache growing competition.
All right. Who was involved?
Me,
Yes.
Ben,
Yes.
DA,
Yes.
Andrew.
Yes. That's right.
Here was the premise. We're young, so like it was kind of stupid to have this because no one's that good at growing facial hair. So I was 22. DA probably was 24. Ben would have been 19. Andrew would have been probably 18.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's have a mustache growing competition. The winner gets a steak dinner purchased by the other parties.
Awesome.
So
Steak dinner.
We start this thing. And I made a website where people could vote, and we did weekly updates on our mustache growing progress.
I didn't remember the weekly aspect.
I'm pretty sure it was weekly.
I like that.
Okay, some type of progress.
That's awesome.
This is literally 20 years ago, so I'm piecing this back from memory.
Sure.
I think I'm trying to remember exactly how it started out. I think I was taking maybe an early lead, and then Andrew started really taking over because he started dyeing his mustache, which I viewed as cheating because he was losing. So he starts dyeing his mustache.
And what made him do that in the first place?
He was losing? Fear.
My dad told him to do it!
Did not know that.
Yeah!
New information has revealed itself.
20 years later. And finally, the truth comes out.
Okay,
He was like,
so-
you know what you should do? Sharpie your mustache.
Okay. Yeah, Sharpie, right? Not even dyeing. Yeah,
that's
that I thought so. Okay. Starts dyeing his mustache, starts taking a bit of a lead on the votes. So
Now, at this point, did you realize he was sharpieing his mustache?
oh, it was so obvious.
okay.
It went from blonde to black overnight. And so it was false representation.
I agree.
I felt that I was being cheated,
Yes.
and that it was just cheating in general.
Cheated right up.
So I took it upon myself. I'm like, no, I am not going to lose this thing. I started campaigning.
Oh, really? You were going door to door?
Door to door. No.
Do you see this man?
Do not vote for him.
He's a cheater!
He has promised mustaches, and they are false. No.
He's getting dizzy off the fumes!
So I started just emailing tons of people and being like, I was not offering anything for votes. I just presented
bribes?
the information. I said, we're having a mustache contest. I would appreciate your vote.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you didn't actually say at any point, also, by the way, this guy over here is cheating.
I cannot say if I remember doing that or not. Okay. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, on your rights, I think. If you
exactly. If I presented that, like, hey, he's dyeing his mustache, maybe I did. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really know. I feel like one of the coolest and funniest parts of this was that at the time, which I still really like this thing, there's a radio station in Seattle called KEXP, which you can listen to on the internet. And at that point in time, before there was any other streaming services, internet radio was a little bit more of a thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you could,
yeah.
you're hearing the DJs. And like, I would listen to KXP like all day, every day. Loved it.
Yeah.
Knew the DJs. I would email them. I emailed the DJs and was like, hey, I throw in requests all the time. Would you mind throwing me a vote on my mustache contest? They voted, baby. So big shout out to Cheryl Waters on KEXP.
Wait, so how many votes did that net you? You think?
Oh, 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
If even that, it was not many.
Gotcha.
It might have even just been the one. I don't know. But I was expanding our reach because it was just at the beginning. It was just a very small circle of friends that were doing the voting.
Right.
Like basically just people that we directly knew.
And so there were no rules on the audience.
No.
It could be anyone that wants to vote.
Exactly. So that's what I started doing a little bit.
Yeah.
And
But you
honestly,
didn't start until the mustache.
I don't think it was like as crazy as it sounds. Like maybe reached like 5 or 6 extra people to get a few extra votes. And when the numbers came in, I won. Andrew was upset because he thought that the campaigning was cheating. I thought that the dying was cheating.
But you got steak.
I got steak.
That's all that counts. That's all that matters.
So in my mind, I am still the winner. And I will take that to the grave.
Do we FaceTime him and corroborate?
Oh, man. Yes.
Yeah. Pull him up. Get him in here. Record on your phone.
Nope. Nope.
That's why we need him
Not
on the
how it
horn.
happened.
We need him on the horn.
Okay. I forgot about a really big part of the post-mustache growing competition.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, I've got a 22-year-old mustache. It's honestly, it's nothing like what you see here.
This is a fantastic. This is immaculate. No.
I thought it would be funny to shave half of it and go to work.
You went to work.
I did go to work. And I worked at a little design studio at the time, little design firm on Music Row in Nashville. I was in my office, and my boss would always come in every morning and just like chat for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at my desk, Oh, hey boss. He comes, he's like talking to me. We have a conversation for 10 minutes. And we complete the conversation. He walks out of the room and is just like, what? And he like runs back and I'm like, you shaved half your mustache? And I was like, yes, I did.
What kind of comedic timing was he on, man?
No, it was like one of those things where like, how it's like you can, like if someone's like almost saying something to you and you're just like, Mm-hmm. And like it takes your brain like 30 seconds to like catch up to it. And then you're like, oh.
Yeah, sure.
I think it was one of those things.
It
literally
awesome.
Didn't process in his brain until he walked away. So at the time, I remember going to, I went to lunch. I was trying to remember what restaurant it was. I think Atlanta Bread Company. Do you remember?
No.
Remember that?
Here?
Yeah, it was like on Broadway or West End or something a long time ago. It was like this little cafeteria line where you could like make a sandwich or something and then,
Like you make the sandwich?
I think you just picked out the stuff. It was like Panera or
or like a Subway.
or Chipotle. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I go with the half stash. I literally wanted to see what people would do. Like I was more into stuff like that when I was younger, just doing weird stuff and just seeing what people how they'd react.
Yeah.
And I remember like I think my heart was just racing because I was like, this is so weird. What am I doing?
Yeah, why am I doing this?
And like this young girl like checks me out and I feel like she was just like
Did you hit your head or something? Are you okay? Like when Kramer hits his head and he puts on one pant leg? Or Joe Davola kicks him?
She's just like, didn't say anything, but her face said everything.
Yeah. There was one time where me and Jonathan went to Hollywood Video after, like when you like get your head upside down and you Sharpie like a face on your chin and then you talk upside down and do that thing.
Oh, yeah.
I was doing that. And I was the only one of the two of us out of me and Jonathan doing it. And of course, my chin and jowls are purple, at this point. Mm-hmm. And we were just like, oh, let's go to Hollywood Video, get a game or something. And you were going to drive us. And I looked in the mirror. I was like, okay.
I don't remember that.
And you know what? You didn't think it was that weird at all because you were doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I was like, this is totally normal.
This is a perfectly sane thing to do.
This is what good kids do.
Good, clean fun.
Okay.
I would say.
Or my chopsticks.
Yeah. I'll
sure
enhance on the post.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Enhance.
I want to talk about movies you absolutely hate. Like, what is your least favorite movie you've ever seen? One that stood out to you. One where you're just like, this is the worst movie that I have ever seen. Because I'll tell you what mine is. It's a recent movie. Okay. And it's starring Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
That, like, bank robber movie they did?
No. They did a bank robber movie?
They did I think they did something, like really recently.
Okay.
It was on Apple TV, I think. Didn't watch it, but...
No, I haven't seen that. No, they did a movie called Ad Astra in the past couple of years. It was like a space movie, and the trailers looked so cool. There's like space combat, driving around buggies, and like, other spacey stuff.
You didn't like that?
Hated it.
I like it.
I had to fast forward through like the last 30 minutes because it was just a slog.
It was very slow.
Worst movie of all time. Okay, you could hit me with something hot, a really hot take that you just are like, no. The new Willy Wonka. Chalamet me.
Don't Chalamet me that.
Just Shamalama Ding Dong.
My parents tried it. They were like, oh, we saw it in the theater. Alex, you are going to love the new Willy Wonka.
No, you're not.
I turned it on, and I watched probably too long of it.
What, like 4 minutes? Because that's as long as
30 or 40 minutes.
Oh, man. And you're still around to this
I don't
day.
know what I was... I think I had gotten lured into the false trap of being like, well, let me give it a few more minutes. Let me give it a few more minutes. My parents claimed I was going to love it. Or, well, my mom did. And did not love it. Caitlin hated it from the get-go. And I was like, well, let's just give it a few more minutes. And it was like, we just got so bored. It was like, oh, please turn this off. Yeah. I think she was like, thank you.
Yeah, it's rancid.
It's not good.
I mean, yeah, sure. Did I only give it 4 or 5 minutes? Yes. But he was just like, oh, and there's chocolate in the city. I'm like, okay. All right, dude.
And done. We're done. Bloink. Yeah, honestly, I have, like, in my head, a mental rule that, like, if you're not enjoying a movie within the first 5 minutes, you should just bail.
Yeah.
But I constantly break my own rule.
Sometimes you never know. Sometimes you'll do that. You'll bail in 5 minutes, and then it'll come up in conversation with somebody. They'll be like, what? You didn't finish? Like, yada, yada?
Like, you should have given it a little bit more time.
You didn't finish sack lunch?
I think because... probably because it's like, there are some movies that I've seen out there where it's like, there is that slow burn, and you do got to give it a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But maybe the difference is, even if it's a slow burn, you're not like, oh, this sucks in the first 5 minutes, and it gets better after 15. It's just like,
they give you sprinkles and sprinkles of it,
Okay, where's this going? Oh. You know what did not have a slow burn at all, which I just started watching the other day? Batman Returns.
Yes, dude.
I put that on. It was another Alex can't sleep in the middle of the night, so he's gonna go watch something episode.
Awesome.
The very first seconds, he just gets into it. And I love so the intro of the movie is only 2.5 minutes, and so much happens.
I love that, dude.
It just gets into it right away.
Yeah.
With Cobblepot,
Yeah.
Oswald,
Yeah, oh yeah.
and his parents, Paul Rubens, and that other girl from that's also in Peewee.
Oh wait. Who else from Peewee? Oh wait, was it Dotty?
No.
Okay. Wait, hey.
Penguin's mom is Dotty.
Was it Dotty?
No. It was, it was like one of those things where I was just like, what? That's the girl. She's in the dinosaur with...
That's right.
I don't remember her name.
Simone!
Yes. She's the waitress and at the diner, and they go up in the dinosaur.
And the guy has the big bone.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh, so cool. A Tim Burton, Paul Rubens, Tim Burton, Paul Rubens, and that other girl get all back together.
I just wish there was more of that. But what we get for the rest of the movie is just as good, if not better. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's good. I only watched 30 minutes because it was 3:30 in the morning, and I was like, I kind of want to go back to bed.
Yeah.
But I was loving every one of those 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. So, oddly enough, I watched Batman Forever last night. Yeah.
How long did it last?
Probably 30 or so minutes also, because...
Oh, it didn't last forever?
It did. No.
You got your Clune dog.
You got Clune dog. You got the Kidmeister.
James Carey.
Kidmeister. You got... Oh, you don't got Clune dog. No, it's Val Kilm dog.
Oh, Val Kilm dog. Sorry.
Yeah. And then what's the other dog? Tommy Lee dog.
Tommy
Lee Puppy Jones.
Yeah, Puppy Jones.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good Two-Face. His makeup's horrible and purple and weird. Yeah, and he's got his coin. He's always flipping his coin. And so speaking of Peewee, I want to go back to that because the Peewee documentary.
Did we finish Batman Returns? Or Forever?
I said as much as I want to say about it. If you want to watch that movie, it's on Tubi right now, dude. Just hit it up. Hit up the old Tubester.
You know what, Toby? You should sponsor this podcast.
Hey, that's right. And then you got a Roo over there. Hey, look, it's a Roo.
As in Kanga?
Yes, that's right. That's more New Zealand, I guess.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so yeah, I just want to go back to Peewee because HBO. Go back to Peewee.
Going back to Peewee.
Going back to Peewee. Going back to Peewee. Going back to Peewee. Going back to Peewee. The documentary. I only watched the first part of it.
No, it's not a Peewee documentary, is it? Or is it a Paul Rubens documentary?
It's called Peewee as himself.
Oh, okay.
So, so it's taking into account the fact that it's a huge part of what his life was. Yeah. My favorite part about it, because you haven't seen any of it yet.
I really want to see it. Haven't seen it.
Okay. It's really just kind of like the timeline of how everything happened.
Like how the character came to be?
Yeah. Okay. It's really, really cool.
Because I know it was a stage show to begin with, right?
Yeah. That was even later, though.
Oh.
So he was part of like an improv group called the Groundlings.
Yeah.
And like Elvira was a member there. Some other SNL alumni that I'm blanking on were also a member at the same time. Okay. So that kind of helped push him forward. He did a bunch of like really weird characters.
This was probably early mid 80s?
Yeah, early 80s, I think. Phil Hartman, he was there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did stuff together. Like he was just really surrounded by like the perfect group of people to get done what he needed to get done. He just didn't know it yet, which is also kind of cool.
Because Phil Hartman was on the stage show, but then when that became the cartoon, he was not.
He was not, or Pee-wee's Playhouse, he wasn't.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he just tried out a bunch of different characters, and finally, just one day, he was like, "I'm just gonna do like stand up because I don't feel like I'm really good at it or comfortable with doing stand up. I'm gonna make a character that's just bad at stand up."
Okay.
So he's just like showing toys, like, look at this, and throwing stuff all over.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So it came out of his own like lack of confidence.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible. And like people liked it right away.
I feel like I do that as a business owner. I'm not good at this, so I'm going to pretend to be good at this.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. You are good at it.
Okay.
Yeah. But after he started just doing these weird stand-ups, just playing a bad comic, people started to really like it.
Yeah.
They were just into it, man.
Love it.
And he just kept getting little spots, and eventually, of course, he ended up doing his stage production, which was more or less Pee-wee's Playhouse. You had Miss Yvonne. You had, I don't think he had a Cowboy Curtis yet, which of course, Cowboy Curtis. Morpheus, his name is
Lawrence
Fishburne.
You gotta burn those fish.
He rules.
How did someone actually get that last name? This dude is always burning the fish.
He's always burning fish.
You know what we're gonna call you? Fishburne.
Last names are the weirdest thing because who's making more of them? I don't know. I guess you could technically...
Where they manufacture them?
Yeah. Where's the plant?
I don't know.
Where's the last name plant?
Bagoosh.
When did they say
we need some new last names?
Yeah.
Bagoosh. We need some more Fishburne. Bagoosh.
You remember the fish band? That was real sweet. We need another just like it.
Miller.
Darling.
You got
a little
your
Australian in
Millers.
that one, too.
Okay, my last name, Pearson. You know what that means? Son of pear.
Son of pear.
What does pear mean?
Fruit.
Fruit.
Yep. Son of fruit.
Yep.
Perfect.
You son of a fruit.
Now, Miller makes sense. Is it our real last name on that side of the family?
No.
No, it's Zukovitz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miller? You can mill stuff? That makes sense. That makes sense for a last name. It was a job title.
Or just mill things.
Yeah, Miller.
Shoemaker.
Shoemaker. Yeah, a famous Formula One driver. Mm-hmm. Carl Shoemaker.
Carl
That is
Shoemaker.
no.
You got your Joel Shoemaker.
Yeah. Yes.
Batman Forever director.
Yes.
He did more than just make shoes. He made a Batman.
He made movies. Yeah, and a Batman.
They should have named him Joel Batman Maker. Not Joel Shoemaker. That was the wrong name. He's melting, ladies and gentlemen. He's melting.
I don't even know what else he did, so to me, he might as well just be Joel Batman Maker.
To be honest, though,
I can't move in this blazer.
you're Tim Burton. That's a Batman Maker.
I'm dizzy.
And then you're Christopher Batman Maker.
Yes. Yeah, Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan.
Paging Mr. Herman.
Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk.
I don't like people who quote
Jonathan. What's wrong with you?
Paging Mr. Herman.
That's my favorite part in the entire movie.
Me too.
Yeah, I love it. And he's just trying to get off camera.
He's
But
just
also be
just
on
like
camera. A telephone call at the front desk.
He has his tongue.
Yeah, that's awesome. And who plays him in the movie?
Oh gosh.
It's an actor.
No, I can visualize him perfectly. I just
Yeah.
can't remember his name.
Is it
He's in lots of
Magnum
stuff.
PI? Is it the Magnum PI man?
No, it's not the Magnum PI guy. He is a similar type of
Yeah.
ambiance and presence.
Suavidity.
Definitely suavidity.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember his name. If I hear it, I'd be like, yep, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's him.
Knew it all along.
I'll think of it as soon as we stop recording.
Of course.
Hey, his name was
Michael
blah, blah, blah.
Michael
Michael Bublé.
That's it!
It was.
That's where I knew that guy from. Yeah. Oh, no. I don't like him. And his name is not Bublé. It's Michael Bubble. So the thing about the whole Peewee thing is it is inspiring. Because... the documentary. It's inspiring because when he was creating that character, he had no idea what he was actually going to achieve with that. He didn't know in the moment that this was going to become his entire life.
Yeah.
He didn't know that he was going to make a movie and then have people ask him to do
movies.
a kid show and then Big Top Peewee. I love it.
I don't know if I've seen Big Top Peewee or not.
Okay. There's a talking pig. There's a hot dog plant. He has a girlfriend that's a teacher. She makes him an egg salad sandwich. He's like, oh, egg salad sandwich, my favorite. And he hates it. It's his least favorite thing. and they're having like a picnic next to a tree outside of the school, I guess. And the second she looks away, he throws it like a frisbee and goes,
I love a good...
yes. It's awesome. A tornado comes through town, and it brings the circus in to this old school, just like old style, like Western, almost like a cowboy town.
Is it a Tim Burton?
No! He wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole!
Okay.
Also, I didn't know that Pee-wee's Big Adventure was his first feature film.
Yes. I did know that.
That's awesome.
It's very awesome.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't think I knew that until, like, an adult. I mean, I might have been my 20s or something, but it's like, oh, that's why that clown scene is so scary and weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it is scary.
The
and
music,
weird.
too, is like, you're like, this is so Tim Burton. But yeah, as a little kid, you're just like,
It's so Danny
It's
Elfman.
Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Pee-wee. And then you're like, oh, it's Tim Burton.
Yeah. It would have been cool if he did the other one, too.
Yeah.
It would have been great. It's still good for what it is. It's not the same. But if you go in knowing that,
So it's like he did Pee-wee, Timmy B.
Yeah.
He did Pee-wee, and then they're like, well, obviously we need to give you Batman.
Yeah.
Next logical choice. And then he's like, I'm doing Batman. I'm done with Pee-wee.
But he wasn't done with Pee-wee because Pee-wee was in Batman.
That's true. Which we have established earlier in this episode.
I don't know, man. It was really, like I said, inspiring to see somebody come up with something, an idea that they had no idea was actually going to work.
Dude, I
and
feel
then
like that's...
follow through with it
Yeah.
without knowing that it was even going to continue to work in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, I am no Pee-wee, but I feel like a similar thing has happened to me, and just like, you just start making something because you just want to.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, cool, I can keep doing this. And then you look back and it's like, oh, I've been doing this for 15 years. And you're like,
Yeah.
wow, how? That's really cool. Because I will say, when I started doing what I do now, like making art prints and everything, I did say to myself, like, I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But, no, you never know where it's going to go.
No. No.
And yeah, I think that is cool when you can keep to a vision, and the vision even evolves and morphs and...
Yeah. Yeah, it is cool, man. I want to talk about Tom Cruise eating popcorn. So
Do I need to be aware of Tommy Cruise eating popcorn?
Yeah, it's kind of a big thing right now. So
It's kind of a big thing.
it's kind of a big thing.
The internet is going crazy for Tom Cruise eating popcorn. Is this how he does it? Like single kernels?
Better. That would be pretty cool, I think.
that would be cool.
But this all started when he was like at I guess the release of like the new Mission Impossible movie or something.
I'm gonna have a second guess how he eats popcorn.
Okay.
He's got a single kernel hanging from a string off of a 1,000-foot tall building.
Yes.
He drives a motorcycle towards it. No helmet.
How did you know?
I know these things.
You would like to do
this
that. You would like to
kernel
do
of
that.
popcorn. To eat this kernel of popcorn costs $10 million.
Yeah. They had to film it several times.
The most expensive piece of popcorn ever eaten. And you know what? He's still got a kernel stuck in his tooth.
It's time for the end of the episode. So, at the end of the podcast, last week, I gave a response to you that ChatGPT gave to me for something that I told it. And I know that sounds confusing. I haven't figured out a good way to say it yet.
Yeah.
But what's important is not what I asked for. What's important is what they gave me back in return.
Got it.
Okay? And this week, it was the lip, the fruit, and the turd. And I don't even remember what I asked.
Ladies and gentlemen, AI.
Thank you for watching. Oh, that's what I just started singing. I was like, oh, that's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, it was?
It was like a lounge version of Lord of the Rings. You got Frodo in the ring. You got Gimli.
You were taking like an hour-long shower?
Oh, all the time.
Okay.
Big fan. Especially if I don't feel good.
I feel like I used to do that when I was younger. Nowadays, I get bored in there. I'm like,
You get bored in there.
I get bored in the shower. I'm like, I'm clean. What am I doing in here?
It's a mental theme park in there. You can think of anything.
I can think of anything, anywhere, anytime.
You could, but
I'm in the shower. I'm like, scrub-a-dub. I'm like, okay, now what?
chill. But you people have hot tubs. It's like a
standing hot tub raining on you.
You can lay down.
You know what?
Combine the bath and the shower, and you're having a good time.
This might be controversial. I'm not the biggest hot tub person. Anytime I go on like a trip, we do the hot tub thing, I feel like I'm having fun for 10 minutes. But then I reach this point where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah.
I do not like the jets. I'm not a fan of the jets.
You don't like the jets?
No.
That's the best part.
I hate the jets.
You hate the jets?
I hate the New York Jets.
Yes.
I hate the hot tub jets. You just have these like, just grinding into your.
You gotta gyrate, baby. You gotta move
like,
around.
It's hitting me in the back. It's like overstimulating.
Hey, pro tip.
Not a fan.
You can hunker yourself in between jets. You don't have to be like fully loaded.
Not the
on
hot tubs
jet.
I'm in.
The hub tubs.
It's a hub tubs. It's wall to wall jet coverage. I'm just like. Can't escape them.
It's vibrating you at the microbial level.
Yeah, I get out and I'm just bleeding because
From every pore.
the jets are just. I'm like, so you can understand why I don't like it.
I think you got put in the wrong hub tub.